guys, welcome back to another episode of Commander Versus. I'm David McDarby, joined with
Justin Parnell.
who isn't Danny West.
I'm
I
not.
don't like this guy. But anyway, I have a deck to share. If you've watched the video above,
This one.
that one up there.
Click on that first.
Click on that one first. That's the intro, the first video. Then watch this one. You know, he's playing some kind of black, white, red token, something. I don't know. He tried to make a 40-card cube deck into a 100-card commander deck.
I don't like shuffling it. It's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. So I decided to counter that with the classic token strategy counter, Mill.
Obviously.
So I'll be piloting the Dimir god from Born of the Gods, Phenax, the god of deception. Let's take a look at some of these cards. So here's the main guy. I'm not sure what he is. He's kind of like a return guy, sort of. But he's a 4/7. That's pretty big.
It is.
And being a 4/7, he also likes them big booty creatures.
Oh, he loves them.
Yes. So when he's in play, if you tap them, they mill for their butt. The butt. So if you look up here, I've got some big butts. Oy vey, I got an 06 Shield Sphere and an 07 Glacial Wall. Oh, the butt is very large.
This has to be the first time anyone's ever played a 7th edition Glacial Wall in a commander deck.
I'm really just
You're breaking new ground.
I'm breaking new grounds, yeah. Kind of like the invention of the shovel.
Exactly.
It was groundbreaking.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I've just got some cheap walls because I can block all his 5/5s and his 6/6s with my walls.
There's tons of them in there.
You can't beat my walls, man. What are you doing? So let's look over here at some of the other creatures with moderately sized posteriors, but they have abilities that come with them.
They're not too bad.
Not
Four's nothing to sneeze at.
4's all right. You can't bolt it. And if you went to the modern Grand Prix, that's what it all was about, was Lightning Bolt.
It's true. But not today.
Not today, Zerg. Today, here we have Naxaw Click. It's a 1/4, but it's from Eventide, or Shadowmoor, that set that, like, no one really liked.
I didn't like it personally.
It was dark everywhere. There was no sun. I didn't know what was going on. And this symbol is like a negative of tap, which apparently means untap. Who knew? But anyway, you can tap that to kind of Night Veil Spectre their card for that turn only. But then my general lets me tap things to do their ability. So you tap it to do the ability, then untap it to Night Veil Spectre them.
So for every 2 mana, you're going to mill 4?
I will be.
That's pretty good.
One more, actually 5, because I exile the top card of your library.
Oh.
So it's actually like 5. You're missing on 25% efficiency, man. What about the K value?
That's
you
true.
ever go to engineering school? All right. So here we've got, next name is Riddle Keeper.
Also known as the most terrifying card I've ever read.
He really is. So he's a 1/4 for 3. So we got a Horn Turtle up in here.
Sure,
That ain't
at
too bad.
worst.
Yeah. Also, he's got the propaganda clause, but instead of paying 2, you mill 2.
Can I just pay 2?
No, you cannot. You'll be milled for 2 for each creature you control. Oh, are you playing a deck with a lot of creatures or something?
Maybe.
That's weird. I don't know how that got in this deck. But yeah, he's a good man. He's a homunculus, one of my favorite tribes. Doesn't get near him enough respect as they really should. And next to the Riddle Keeper, we've got the Eater of the Dead. This guy is from the Dark, which you might know is a set that came with Maze of Ith and Blood Moon, also Cave People. But he's also a 4 toughness creature, which ain't
I think
bad.
it's mostly known for Sorrow's Path.
Sorrow's Path? I'm sorry.
Continue.
I'm Sorrow. But anyway, he's a 3/4 that if he's tapped, you can pay 0 mana cost.
There's nothing.
Kind of like Sylvan Library. Donut. And untap him and exile a creature from a graveyard. So
Any graveyard?
Any graveyard. Take 1 creature from any graveyard and remove it from the game. Untap it, you're the dead. His Oracle today is actually what he says right now. So I can he can tap to use Phenax's ability, mill you for 4.
Sure.
Untap him, eating a creature that I just milled, and then do it again.
That seems pretty good.
It is very strong. It's not quite mind over matter strong, which I did not include in this deck.
How kind of you.
Yes, that does not seem like something I want to be doing, despite playing a mill creature in a format made of 100 cards. But he has a pretty good combo. But you don't have a whole lot of creatures in your deck, so...
Not that are actual creatures, anyway.
Yeah, a lot of you have spells that make creatures. So that's Eater of the Dead. We got some creatures. I would like to, but as I like to building around my general, I want to utilize his ability as much as possible, which brings me to Rings of Bright Hearth and 1,000-Year Elixir. Rings of Bright Hearth lets me double these activations for a mere 2 pence of mana.
Just 2?
Just 2. 1,000-Year Elixir lets me activate these abilities as if they had haste, all the creatures, and then 1 untap it. This deck is pretty much the 1,000-Year Elixir deck, really, when you get down to it. Yeah, it took me that long to research all these cards.
Reason for the season, even though the season lasts 1,000 years.
Yes. And continuing on with the artifacts thing.
Let's go over here.
Let's go over here. Illusionist Bracers, which is pretty much Rings of Bright Hearth before the equipped creature, but no mana. Gatecrash, I believe it's one of the best standard decks out right now, you know.
Get them now before they
spike.
Jump.
You heard it here first on Commander Versus. And here we have Umbral Mantle, another Shadowmoor oddity that lets me untap a creature So I can use the ability, untap it, pay some mana, they get bigger, and I get more milling goodness in every bite.
Absolutely.
And here we have Slagworm Armor.
And this, just like Phenax loves, those big butts.
Well, no, what are you talking about? It's toughness. It's armor. I don't know what you're talking about, but there's no butts here.
I mean, look at the size of that thing.
There are no butts about it. It's no butts about this card. But anyway, so I've got all these. Here we've got the Tezzeret brothers. They're French. They pretty much let me find 1,000-year elixir. Is all they're there for. This guy can turn my 1,000-year elixirs into creatures, which can then mill with Phenax.
Conveniently have 5 toughness.
They do. It's weird. Also, so I've got all these things to do things. How about defense?
All right.
I don't have a lot of that. I've got Cyclonic Rift. We all know about this card. It's really good in Commander.
That's good.
Goes in pretty much every blue deck. It's slowly creeping up the price. You heard it here first again by Cyclonic Rift. It's
maybe second or third.
Third, I don't know.
Who knows?
But also we have Seditious Sacrament. This card is in here because I want to mill people, right? But some people play stuff like Gaia's Blessing and Emrakul. Okay, they probably don't play either of those, but they do play Kozilek and Ulamog. Stuff that shuffle their graveyards back
Not
in.
very fun for a mill deck.
Not good for mill deck, no. So I needed something that could kind of get them out of here, you know, get out of here. Also, if you're playing against that jerky jerk combo man like Glenn Jones, you can remove all the pieces that make his deck really good. Also, if you kick it, you can just have fun by just throwing away cards from the deck.
It's a tenth of their deck, just from one
It
spell.
is a tenth of the deck, which is quite a bit when you're trying to mill them out.
Sure.
Yep. So that's what the cards in my deck. I'll be battling Teriel, some guy, and we're going to see who will reign supreme. Commander guy versus the Cube guy.
Well, let's hope you don't lose. It'd look pretty bad.
It would look pretty bad. But it's my format.
Really, really bad.
Bad.